Good day. The topic we are treating today is word problem, basically on products. This is the continuation of the topic on addition and differences of word problem, but in this particular lesson, we talk about products, which is also called multiplication. It tells us how to interpret word problem that deals with multiplication. So the lesson objective is to interpret and solve word problems involving products, so that by the end of the lesson you will be able to interpret and solve word problem involving multiplication. So the topics you must have known before you can watch this video are long multiplication and how to convert mixed fraction to improper fraction. Mixed fraction is like saying 3 whole number 1/3. Then you should know how you change them to improper fraction. You multiply the denominator with the whole number and then add it to the numerator. Then it's going to give you answer divided by the denominator. So that's just how to convert mixed fraction to improper fraction. We are going to cite examples when we get to the main lesson. So this is the third operation we carry out, which is the product. The first one is sum, which is addition. The second one is differences, which is subtraction, and the third one here is products, which is also multiplication. So products, the number one gets when you multiply two or more numbers together is called a product. That is the result of multiplying two or more numbers together. A times B times C, the result is the product. So there are some hints that you'll be given. When you multiply minus by minus, the result you get is plus. When you multiply minus by plus, the result you get is minus. When you multiply plus by minus, you get minus, and when you multiply plus by plus, you get plus. These four things are very important in mathematics. When you write ordinary number 1, it means plus 1. But when you write -8, it means -8. I taught you in the previous lesson what it means by -8 and how you apply it to real life information. So now we move to examples and we experiment the meaning of this whole thing. Here we are dealing with products, and that is why I use multiplication. Multiplication, when you are multiplying, these rules apply to your multiplication. So example, the first example said we should find the product of -8.24 and 11 and 3, 2.5 and -3 whole number 1/3. Here we can see that before you can solve this, you know how to do your long multiplication. And here you can see that this here is minus and this is plus 11. That is why since we are looking for the product, that is the multiplication, you have minus times plus. That will be the first thing you do. You get your result, then you now multiply 8.24 by 11. So here too, we can see this is plus, multiplied by plus will give you plus, plus multiplied by minus here will give you minus. Then you multiply the numbers together. When it comes to multiplication, you first of all multiply your signs, then you multiply the numbers for you to get your accurate answer, because in mathematics, sign is very important. So the second question says the product of three number is 134 whole number 2/5. This is a mixed fraction. They said when you multiply three numbers together, the result you have is 134 whole number 2/5. But we are given only two of the numbers that are multiplied together. Find the third number. Here we can see this is minus and plus. The first thing you do is what? You multiply the sign, multiply the number, and then we'll see how to get the third number in the solution of the example. Now we move to the solution. The first question says we should find the product, that is the results you get when you multiply -8.24 by 11. The first thing I told you are going to do is to multiply your sign. Minus, this is -8.24. You first interpret the question given to you. The product of -8.24 and 11 is what? You say minus 8.24 multiplied by 11. The reason that why we have multiplication here is because of the word product. Minus 8.24 multiplied by 11. So when you do your long multiplication, I believe you know that, or you use a calculator, you know the first thing you do here is multiply the sign. Minus multiply by plus. And when you check the int given to you, you see that minus multiplied by plus will give minus. And that is what we have here. 8.24 multiplied by 11 will give what? 90.64. It's either you use your long multiplication or you use your calculator. That is why I said using long multiplication. So the second question says we should multiply 2.5 and we should multiply 3, 2.5 and minus 3 whole number 1/3. You know this and this are mixed fractions. So the first thing you do is to convert them into improper fraction for easy multiplication. So we said we first convert 2.5 and minus 3 whole number 1/3 into improper fraction. That's the first thing to do. So 2.5, like I said before, you multiply your denominator with the whole number. 2 multiplied by 2 will give 4. You add it to the numerator. 4 plus 1 will give 5. So you write 5, which is the addition you got from adding the multiplication of your numerator and the whole number and your numerator, and then you divide it by what? The denominator. That is how to convert from mixed fraction to improper fraction. You multiply your denominator by the whole number and then add it to the numerator. That will be your new numerator divided by your old denominator. And we'll do the same thing to this. 3 multiplied by minus 3 multiplied by minus 3. So 3 multiplied by 3, 9. 9 plus 1, 10. Your minus will still be there, divided by 3. You will see that if you should do this, minus 10 divided by 3, you get 3 minus 3 whole number 1/3. So now we've converted 2.5 and minus 3 whole number 1/3 to improper fraction. The next thing you do is now solve your question. You know the question will now change to find the product of 3, 2.5 minus 3 whole number 1/3 will now be 3 multiplied by, when you convert 2.5 to improper fraction, you know it's 5/2, multiplied by 5/2, multiplied by 3 minus 3 whole number 1/3 into improper fraction, we have what? Minus 10/3. So that will be 3 multiplied by, when you change 2.5 to improper fraction, 5/2, multiplied by, when you change minus 3 whole number 1/3 to improper fraction, we have minus 10/3. Now we multiply. If you multiply this, divide by this, the final answer you get is what? Minus 25, because here 3 here 1, 3 here 1, 2 here 1, 2 in 10, you can find 5 times. So here we have 1 multiplied by 5, multiplied by 5, 25. Don't forget your sign. Plus multiplied by plus is what? Plus. Plus multiplied by minus is minus. And you know here we already have 1 multiplied by 1. So minus 25/1 is the same thing as writing minus 25. Therefore, the product of 3, 2.5 and minus 3 whole number 1/3 will be what? Minus 25. And that solves the question. So the second question says 3 numbers are multiplied together. That is, the product of 3 numbers is 1/34 whole number 2/5. That is, when you multiply 3 numbers together, the result is 1/34 whole number 2/5. But we are given 2 of the numbers. We don't know the third number. So what I'm going to do here is what? Find the third number, in which when you multiply it by minus 16 and 2 whole number 2/5, you get 1/34 whole number 2/5. So that's our concern now. So the first thing you do is to represent that third number we don't know by a variable. Here we choose to represent it by k. So from the question, we were told that the product of minus 16 to whole number 2/5 and that number we don't know is 1/34 whole number 2/5. So we write that in a numerical expression. So that's what minus 16 multiplied by 2 whole number 2 over 5 multiplied by that number, but we know that the result is what? 134 whole number 2 over 5. We convert this to improper fraction like I taught you the other time. That will be minus 16 multiplied by 5 times 2, 10, 10 plus 2, 12 over 5 times that number we are looking for. The number we are to obtain its value equals, we convert this to improper fraction to 5 multiplied by 134 we give what? We give 670. 670 plus 2 we give 672. Divide by the old numerator, which is 5. So here we want to make this an whole number. We want to eradicate this 5, and I told you to eradicate division we introduce multiplication of that very number we want to eradicate. And whatever you do to this side, you also do it to this side. Also, whatever you do to this side, you also do it to this side. So what you are going to do here is what? We multiply this side and this side by 5. So when you multiply this side by 5, so now we multiply this side and this side by 5. That's why we have minus 16 multiplied by 12 over 5 multiplied by k multiplied by 5 equals to 672 multiplied by 5. You see that whatever we do to this side, we also do it to this side. And the reason why we multiply by 5 is that we want to eradicate this denominator. And you can see that 5 is the denominator. If you multiply by 5, 5 here 1, 5 here 1, you'll be left with 672 multiplied by 1. We want to eradicate everything that will be like fraction. We want everything to be a normal number. We want everything to be like normal number. So now we have minus 16 multiplied by 12 over 5 multiplied by k multiplied by 5 equals to 672 multiplied by 5. So first do this. 5 here 1, 5 here 1. We are left with minus 16 multiplied by 12 multiplied by k multiplied by 1 divided by 1. This has cancelled this. You can see 5 in 5 one time, or you can use your calculator. Minus 16 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 5 divided by 5. We get what? Minus 192, because minus multiplied by plus we give minus. Minus multiplied by plus here we have plus k, we give minus. Minus multiplied by plus we also give minus. And 16 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 5 multiplied by k, we give you a certain result. Divided by 5, you have 192. And and k cannot be multiplied with this. K is a variable and these are numbers, so you only write 192k, which is same thing as saying 192 minus 192 multiplied by what? K. And here if you do 672 multiplied by 5 divided by 5, we get 672 back. Now we are looking for the value of ordinary k, not minus 192 multiplied by k. So here when we want to eradicate division, we introduce multiplication. But here we want to eradicate minus 192. We are looking for the value of k. So for us to get the value of k, we divide this side. Whatever we do to this side, we also do to this side. We divide it by the coefficient of k. And here, what is the coefficient of k? Minus 192. I told you the reason why we divide is that whenever you want to eradicate something on multiplication, you introduce division of that particular number you want to eradicate. We want to eradicate minus 192 here, and we can see that what is happening here is product. We introduce division by what? Minus 192. And whatever you do to this side, you also do it to this side. That's why I said divide through by minus 192. So when you divide through by minus 192, we have k equals to 672 divided by minus 192. And when you use your calculator, you get minus 3.5. So the value of k, that is that third number we don't know, is minus 3.5. That is, the third number multiplied by minus 16 and 2 whole number 2 over 5 to give this is what? Minus 3 whole number 1 over 2. If you want to check if your answer is correct, you multiply minus 16 by 2 whole number 2 over 5 and what? Minus 3.5. You see that the result will give 134 whole number 2 over 5. I hope that is understood. So I hope that is understood. For you to eradicate division, you introduce multiplication of the number you want to eradicate, and for you to eradicate multiplication, you introduce what? Division of that number you want to eradicate. Whenever you see minus 192k, it also means minus 192 multiplied by k. And the reason why we divide is that we are only looking for the value of k, not the value of minus 192k. And whatever you do to this side, you also do it to this side. That are important things you have to note. So now these are exercises for you to solve to check if you really understand what you've been taught. So next video will be more on board problem with sample questions and solution. Thank you.